Good evening, students. Good evening, students. Welcome back to our BSc third year quantum mechanics class. In last lecture, we discussed about a Schrodinger equation for harmonic oscillator. For that, we are defining a potential energy, its natural frequency, and we are substituting that potential energy value in Schrodinger's time-independent wave equation. That is H psi is equal to E psi, where H is nothing but the Hamiltonian operator, which is equal to minus h cross square by 2m dou square by dou x square plus 1 plus V psi is equal to E psi. We are substituting the value of potential energy in that Schrodinger's time-independent wave equation, and we are simplifying. Then we get dou square psi by dou x square plus 2m e by h cross square minus m square omega square x square by h cross square psi is equal to 0. This equation for a quantum harmonic oscillator is a second order differential equation that can be solved using a power series, and that power series, as we discussed in last lecture, were simply changing the variable is nothing but a power series. We are solving that equation in last lecture also. Just quick review on that derivation and move forward. We are defining one function y is equal to square root of m omega by h cross into x. Substituting this new variable into equation 5, therefore dou square psi of y by dou y square plus 2e by h cross omega minus y square psi of y is equal to 0. For very large value of y, the term is negligible. For very large value of y, 2e by h cross omega term is negligible as compared to the y square. Therefore, psi of y will be as a e to the power of minus y square by 2. Then general solution for equation 7 is psi of y is equal to u of y e to the power of minus y square by 2. If we differentiate equation 8 by y, then we get dou psi y by dou y is equal to dou u y by dou y e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus in bracket minus y u of y e to the power of minus y square by 2. Again differentiating equation 9, then we get dou square psi of y dou y square is equal to dou square u of y dou y square e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus in bracket minus y dou u of y by dou y e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus in bracket minus y dou u y by dou y e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus u of y in bracket minus 1 plus y square into e to the power of minus y square by 2. Now, if we substitute this value in equation 7, if we substitute equation number 8 and 10 in equation 7, then equation 7 becomes dou square u of y by dou y square e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus minus 2y dou u of y by dou y e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus u of y minus in bracket minus 1 plus y square e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus 2e by h cross omega minus y square u of y e to the power of minus y square by 2 is equal to 0. Now, if we cancel the common term, then or simplifying, we get dou square u of y dou y square e to the power of minus y square by 2 minus 2y dou u of y by dou y e to the power of minus y square by 2 minus u of y e to the power of minus y square by 2 plus 2e by h cross omega into u of y e to the power of minus y square by 2 is equal to 0, where e to the power of minus y square by 2 is the common term. If we divide to the left hand side as well as right hand side. Then equation 12 becomes dou square u of y by dou y square minus 2y dou u of y by dou y plus 2e by h cross omega minus 1 u of y is equal to 0. This is equation number 13. Now, the next step is to solve this second order differential equation 13 above for u of y so that we can find an exact solution for psi of y. We begin by using a power series of y as the general solution of equation number 13. Therefore, u of y then taken the form below. U of y is equal to summation en y raised to n, where n is equal to 0 to infinite. In order to substitution this solution into equation number 13, we have to solve the first and second order derivatives of u of y. If we differentiate equation number 14, dou u of y by dou y is equal to summation 0 to infinite n an y raised to n minus 1. Again differentiate equation number 15, we get dou square u of y by dou y square is equal to summation 0 to infinite n minus 1 into n an y raised to n minus 2. Replacing the u of y values in equation 13, then we get, if we substitute equation number 14, 15 and 16 in equation 13, then equation 13 becomes summation 0 to infinite n minus 1 into n an y raised to n minus 2 minus summation 0 to infinite 2yn an y raised to n minus 1 plus 2e by h cross omega minus 1 into summation 0 to infinite an y raised to n is equal to 0. Now, if we simplifying this second term, then our equation number 17 becomes summation 0 n is equal to 0 to infinite n minus 1 n an y raised to n minus 2 plus 2e by h cross omega minus 1. Here in second term y and y raised to n minus 1 term is there. If we combine that, it become a y raised to n. That's why 2e by h cross omega minus 1 minus 2n into summation n is equal to 0 to infinite an y raised to n is equal to 0. This is equation number 18. Replacing n with n plus 2 in first term. See, if we substitute n by n plus 2, then our equation number 18 becomes summation 0 to infinite n plus 2 minus 1 n plus 2 a n plus 2 y raised to n plus 2 minus 2 plus 2e by h cross omega minus 1 minus 2n into summation 0 to infinite an y raised to n is equal to 0. Again, if we simplify it, we get 0 to summation 0 to infinite n plus 2 n plus 1 a n plus 2 plus 2e by h cross omega minus 1 minus 2n an y raised to 2n y raised to 2n is equal to 0. Now, we can then solve a n plus 2 because the coefficient for each power of y must equal 0, because right hand side of equation number 20 is 0. Therefore, a n plus 2 is equal to 2n plus 1 minus 2e by h cross omega divided by n plus 2 n plus 1 into an. Now this equation number 21 is a series representation of all the expansion coefficients. It represents all the expansion coefficient in terms of a n for the power series solution to the equation number 13. For large values of y, n is a very small, for large value of y, n is also very large. The ratio of an plus 1 and an from equation number 21 for the coefficients of the power series expansion above is very close to 2 by n, is very close to 2 by n. Here we have a problem because in the limit 2 by n grows faster than the exponential term in psi of y. Okay, the series must terminate in order for our solutions to have any physical meaning. The best way to terminate the series is to equate the numerator in equation 21 with 0, then and then only it can valid. Therefore, if we equate 2n plus 1 minus 2e by h cross omega is equal to 0, then if we simplify that, we get e is equal to 1 half 2n plus 1 h cross omega, or n plus 1 by 2 h cross omega. This is the energy associated with harmonic oscillator. Then we have found an infinite number of energies for each energy level of n. The formula for the wave function is incomplete, however, because the power series solution is incomplete. The individual eigenstate of Hamiltonian must be made orthogonal. That's why Hermite polynomials need to incorporate into a final solution in order to do this. Therefore, final psi of x is equal to m omega by pi h cross raised to 1 half into 1 by square root of 2 to the power of n factorial in bracket m omega by h cross raised to 1 half x into e to the power of minus m omega by 2h cross x square. If we see this energy equation, E is equal to n plus 1 by 2 h cross omega. If the energy level n is equal to 0, at 0 energy level, at 0 state, there is some energy also associated with that 0 state, that is 1 half h cross omega, because if n is equal to 0, then 0 point energy E0 is equal to 1 by 2 h cross omega, 1 by 2 h cross omega. Okay, means when we are solving this harmonic oscillator, at that time we have to use a Hermitian, or we have to convert that equation into a Hermitian differential equation, and the solution of that equation is Hermitian polynomial, and that polynomial can be used to simplify that equation, and finally we are getting the energy value for the harmonic oscillator, which is equal to E is equal to 1 n plus 1 by 2 h cross omega. Okay, in this way we can solve the Schrodinger equation for harmonic oscillator step by step. a simple method. If you have any doubt in this equation, in this derivation, you can ask me. That's the end of this third chapter. From tomorrow onwards, we'll see some numerical problem associated with this chapter, and we can start with fourth chapter and last chapter from quantum mechanics. Okay, so let us stop here. Remaining part we'll discuss in tomorrow's lecture. Thank you.